There was one time I really wanted revenge. Revenge. I'm telling you right now, boy, I hated that guy so much. And I got it. Got it good. See, I had a snowball in my hand, and I was going to hit Harold with the snowball, see. So Harold was coming down the street, and I was laughing to myself because I know how funny Harold is. See, every time you hit him with a snowball in the face, plop, he always says the same thing. Says, "Hey, man, what you want to hit me in the face with a snowball for, man?" You know, and I just laugh. So I'm just waiting for him, man. I got this light, fluffy snowball, you know, ready to hit him. And that's the rules of the game. You cannot hit a kid in the face with a slush ball. Slush ball it has ice and water and gunk all in it, you know, and you can't hit a kid in the face with it. You cannot drop into his open galoshes either, because it sends him home. You know, hey, what do you want to drop into the galoshes for? You know. So, I'm tickled to death, man, because I know it's a plop. Hey, man, what you want to eat? And he's about 3 feet away, and I raise up to hit him. Something said, pow! On the side of the face, and it was stinging, and all the juice ran down in my underwear and everything, and it was ice all in my ear. Somebody hit me on the side of the face with a slush ball, and I looked around with one eye, and there's old Junior Barnes just laughing. Ah, Cosby, I got you good. I hit you real good, didn't I? And I said, "Hey, man, what you want to hit me on the side of the face with a slush ball for, man?" And I picked up a snowball and I threw it at him and I missed him. And he started running. I said, "Junior Barnes, you come back." And I chased him. I threw another one at him. I couldn't catch him. And I cursed at him. I was so mad. "You gunky! You stink! Junior Barnes, you gunk! Come back here. I'll put you right about." Hit somebody in the face with a such ball. Let all that stuff go down in their underwear. And I didn't even care. I just sat right down in the snow. I was so mad. And it started to melt right through my 4 pair of corduroys. And I didn't even care. Because I know when I go home, the only thing my mother is talking about, "You dummy, how come you sit down in the snow and let it just melt right through your 4 pair of corduroys?" "Yeah, Mom, well, what do you care? That's all you care about. Somebody sit down in the snow and let it melt right through their 4 pair of corduroys. You don't care that Junior Barnes hit me on the side of the face with a slush ball and let all the gunk go down on my underwear, because if you didn't care, you'd go out and get him." I'm going to get Junior Barnes. I'm gonna get you, Junior Barnes, boy, I'm gonna get you. And I started to make a snowball for Junior Barnes. I make a snowball that's so round and so perfect. It's got a little name inscribed, says Junior Barnes. And I went out looking for Junior Barnes. Junior Barnes, you gunky. Oh, Junior Barnes. And I couldn't find him. And it was 7:30. I have to get home before the monsters come out. And I took that snowball home and I put it in the freezer. And I waited. July. July 12th, my birthday. It was 104 degrees in the shade. Not a snowball in sight. Junior Barnes was sitting on the steps in front of my house. I was standing there with him. I had gone to great lengths to prove to Junior Barnes that I was his greatest friend. let him drink out of my orange soda bottle without even wiping it off. And old Junior Barnes just sitting there telling his little jokes. Ah. And I was laughing right with him. Junior Barnes, you are so funny. And I said, Junior Barnes, I'm going to the house and get an orange soda for us. You just wait right here. You gunky. And I walked in the house and opened that freezer door, and my mother had thrown the snowball away. So I went back outside and I spit on him. Of course, by this time, I guess most of you know that I have 2 daughters in my family, which I did not ask for. I asked my wife for sons. I looked at her and, yes, I did. I said, you will give me sons. Repeat after me, you will. And I have daughters now. My wife tried to blame it on me. Well, you know, the male carries the determining factor, you see. He carries the Y and the X chromosome. Yeah, bull. That's right. Of course, in my philosophy, it's the person's fault who last had it. I said, Camille, you were the last one with it. What happened? Where did you fail? Yeah, man, I wanted a son. You know, somebody, when I get old, I can sick on the girls. Go get them. Now it's turned around. They're coming at me now. 2-year-old daughter, 2-year-old kid come up to see her the other day. I said, get out of here. Got in his car and drove off. You gotta watch those Beverly Hills kids, man. They're really, really tough. I'm telling you right now. But Erica is 2. Now, I taught her to say hello. See, as I say hello. I'm gonna say hello. Hello. I said, that's right. Hello. Come on, say hello. Hello. I said, now this is marvelous. Marvelous. I said, come on. I get the phone call from L.A. to Philadelphia to my mom. Mom, listen, Erica can say hello. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. Come on, Erica, say hello. This is Grandma. Say, hello. Yeah, go ahead. No, don't look around the room, Erica. Don't look around. No, you gotta say hello. Say hello, go ahead. 16 hours later, Mom, hang in there now. Come on, drink some coffee, walk around, okay? Here we go. Now, Erica, say hello. No, she never did. I had to hang up. As soon as I hung up, hello. That's my daughter. Of course, you know now, there's a difference in the 2, really. Now, first one born, Erica, she was beautiful. She came out and said, ding, hello. My name is Erica. I love you both. Mommy, what time in the morning would you like to get up? Oh, I said, 8:30. She said, well, I won't wake up until 9 and I'll sleep straight through the night. And even if I'm wet, I will not even cry. And when I get up in the morning, you won't even hear me make a noise. I'll just say, la 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 la, lee lee la 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 la. My name is Erica and I love you both. Ding. Now, I said to my wife, look, this is great, you know, like we gotta have another one right away, you know, before we lose whatever we have going for us, you know. So we did. Now, this second one, Beelzebub, first of all, she come out of the shoot a month early, champagne in one hand, a cigarette in the other. All right, who's in charge here? You, the ugly guy, what are you doing here? I'm your father. Get rid of him, Momsy. Time you been getting up in the morning? Oh, 8:30. Well, would you believe 3:30? For no particular reason. And this is the way I cry. How's that shake up your spinal cord? But I'm a good father, though. I'm a good father. I take care of my kids, man. You couldn't find a more protective man, you know. I'm telling you, I protect them all the way. But I will not change diapers. No, sir. Do not like surprises. Will you tell me what the heck it is with 2-year-olds that they are so infatuated with the toilet bowl? My daughter can't even get up fast enough before she's in that toilet bowl with her right arm. Fast. We got a 2-year-old shepherd. He's in there. And she's fast. Is yours in that toilet bowl all the time? Stay in there until arm turns into a Bruin. I don't understand it. Bought $180 worth of Christmas gifts. She went right to the toilet bowl. Fast. Of course, now, when I was coming up, see, I was an only child for 7 years. I had that blessed moment for 7 years. Oh, it was really great, man. I ate regular, had a lot of clothes, 2 pairs of shoes, lots of corduroys, ties. Guys in my neighborhood, I was the only child in my neighborhood. Other guys were suffering. No food, no nothing. Guys just walking around with the air-ups. You know, that's when your stomach is empty. I never let them know I had a good meal. I'd walk out, I'd make some kind of sound. The guys were really hungry. Got to the point where they were chewing water. Oh, yeah. Then my mother comes up to me one day. I'm sitting around reading a comic book, you know, cooling it. And she says, "You're going to have a little brother or a sister." I said, "Why? You unsatisfied with my work?" "No, I'll make improvements for you. What are you bringing other people into the house for?" Then I found out, Planned Parenthood, see, they're smart. They have a kid, 7 years old, make him the babysitter. Now I got to look after these 2 brothers of mine who happen to be the worst kids in the world to get along with when the parents leave. Why do parents do that? Leave the oldest to watch the youngest. You know you can't control them. And they know they can get away with anything. And besides that, they stand at the door when the parents are getting ready to leave with the most pitiful look on their faces, stand up there in their PJs, just about 2 seconds off of crying. And they always follow the parents with their heads. "Mommy, you going out? Daddy, you going out? Mommy, you going out?" That's all they say. You know, the whole time parents are getting dressed. "You going out? You going out?" My father was cool. "Come on, let's hurry up. Let's get out of here." And as soon as they close that door, these 2 guys start crying on me, man, for 12 days. One used to run in place when he cried. And the other stood beside him and vibrated. With all the flang hanging from him. Couldn't take it. "Will you shut up? You better not hit us either." "Why? What are you going to do? Cry?" And they cry so long they get tired and they fall asleep by the door, but they're still evil, still crying. Then they cut that out and the body's still vibrating. Then they start sup-supping. Then the door opens. They've been sleeping by the crack. The parents hit them in the head with the door. And they lie on you. "He set us on fire twice. Went out to play and left the gas on for 3 days." Never forget those guys. But when I was an only kid, see, then I had a lot of fun. Parents would go out. "Go on, get out. Have fun." Now I can do what I want to do. I hold the world's record for flushing things down the toilet. You're looking at the world's record holder right here. I flushed a whole woolen topcoat down the toilet. See, you start with the sleeve. You just don't start with the top and the shoulder. That's too thick. Start with the sleeve. See, you just... And it just sucks it. Well, I'm telling you, it's really beautiful. It was a beautiful sight. I just stood there and just marveled at myself there. Went out and told the boys. None of them believed it. And I showed him a wet top coat next day, because it came back. Have you ever had your father give you a beating with a wet top coat? You son of a gun! All over the house, he chased me. But I didn't like to play too much in the bowl. I liked the tank. You know the tank over the bowl? There's a tank, a little square tank. I used to go in and take the lid off, and then take off all my PJs. I had a little sailor cap my father gave me for Christmas, and I used to climb into the tank. That was my submarine. And I sit in there, and there's a little plunger down at the bottom, you know? I used to hold that. Fire 1 torpedo. Fire 2. Fire 3. We're out of water, sir. Oh, all right. Let it rise, let it rise. Yeah, I used to love that, man. I was never really a bad kid, though. I mean, believe it or not, I never really was. There was one time in my whole school life that I was almost suspended from school for smoking in the bathroom. And I really don't even smoke. That's the whole thing about it. I went in the bathroom with about 5 other kids, man. We were in shop, and we said, let's go to the bathroom. And he said, go ahead. He was so happy to get rid of us. So we went in the bathroom, and one guy broke out a cigarette he'd stolen from his father. Look, man, I stole a cigarette from my father. It's all bent up, and the tobacco's falling out. Just light it up. So I'm watching these guys, you know, just watching them passing the cigarette around. I said, you know, that is really dumb. Smoking is really dumb. Now look at you. All you're doing is you're sucking in the smoke and blowing it out, and sucking it in and blowing it out, and you may make a circle now and then, but what else have you got? You know, like it would really be cool if you'd suck it in and keep it in there, you know. So one of the guys said, yeah, man, but that ain't it. The whole thing about it is, you know, you just suck in on it, see? And I put it in my lungs. Now I talk to you, and I say a lot of things, and you don't see any smoke coming out of my mouth, right? See, I can talk to you all the time. Just say, I do. Is everything going right? Yes, fine, see, and no smoke. So I said, do that again. He said, it's very simple. Now, see, I'm going to talk to you. I say a lot of things. I run around circles on everything, and just pat you on the back, say, how you doing, Kyle? How's everything? See, and you don't see any smoke coming out of my mouth. What do you think of that? I said, well, now, that's cool. That's cool. Let me try it. I said, how do you do it? He said, well, you just suck it into your lungs. And then when you talk, you don't breathe out. Just suck it in to the lungs, and you don't breathe, right? Okay, go ahead. Yeah, that's it. Keep going. No, but it ain't no fun. I couldn't breathe that time. My lungs don't want that in there. No, go ahead. Take it, suck it in now. Go ahead. Okay, all right. Don't rush me now. Don't rush me. All right, now don't breathe out. Now talk to me. Yes, I'm talking to you now. I was talking to you now, Rich. How you doing? It's nice to see you. That's pretty cool. A little dizzy, but it's pretty cool. Try it again. Go ahead. Okay. But keep an eye out for the vice principal, will you? Okay. Vice principal. All right, who's smoking in here? And he was very cool. He waited. And I gave him my answer. I wasn't smoking. There was a room full of smoke. When I came in, I breathed right in. Yeah, boy. Now, I do not understand wives. I do not understand them, and I don't think I'm supposed to understand them. No, now listen, you guys agree with me now. First of all, what is it in the makeup of a married woman? Because they are two different people, a single woman and a married woman. Single woman is hungry. She's out there trying. Please, somebody, let me have a man somewhere, somehow. I'll do anything. I'll dress on time. I'll cook for you. I'll sew. I'll let you gamble. I won't bother you. And I'll do all these things. And then when you get married, all right, Herman, we got you. All right, now sit down and have your breakfast. That's the first thing. And you're not going out on them Thursday nights when I used to let you go out. Remember the fine time you used to have with the boys gambling? Cancel that out. We're going to church. I don't understand what it is about. Why is it that a man has to constantly say to the woman that he married, which means that he gave up a heck of a lot by saying I do. Now he's got a partner that follows him everywhere he goes. See, how come there's always a thing where the lady wakes him up 3 o'clock in the morning, on time every time, to ask the dumb question of the morning? The dumb question of the morning. Now, I love to sleep. I love sleep so much. I'd enjoy sleep like a good steak. I really do. If you could peek into my bedroom and see me sleeping, you'll never see me like, I never sleep like that. I enjoy sleep. I say, oh. Oh. That's the way I sleep, man. Oh. Oh, that was wonderful. Oh. I love sleep, man. Now I feel this finger digging into my shoulder blade. I'm an intelligent human being. I try to say, what is it, dear? But it always comes out. And then she hits me with the dumb question of the morning. Dear, if I die, will you get married again? Now, what has that got to do with 3 o'clock in the morning? And you got to ask her, dear, how long have you been sitting up thinking about this? You know, have you been sitting up since 8 o'clock at night waiting for this answer? I don't understand you. No man in his right mind has ever said, dear, if I die tomorrow, will you get married? No man ever said that. Only women. Only women. Weird people. Oh, yes. I was an only child for 7 years. And I really enjoyed it. I was 7 years old. I was really having a groovy time. And when I was 7, I remember, like, everything. I was concerned with things that are cool, whatever is cool. And I remember one day my mother coming up to me and she says, you know, you're Protestant. I said, yeah? What month? And she said, no, it has nothing to do with how old you are or nothing like that. You know, she says Protestant is a part of faith, and we're Methodists, you know, and that's what you are. And I said, well, you know, I mean, is it cool? And she said, well, yes, it's cool, it's cool. I said, well, what do Protestants say anything cool, Mom? My mother said, yes, they say amen. I said, amen. Amen. That's really cool, man. And I went outside just saying, amen, you know. And I looked at old weird Harold. He was standing out there. I said, hey, Harold, I'm a Protestant. He said, yeah, amen. So we started walking down the street just collecting Protestants. Amen, amen, you know. And so then Harold and I, we went in and our mothers taught us a prayer, you see, when we were kids. And I'm sure the parents don't think when they teach you this prayer. Because when you're a kid, see, monsters live in your bedroom closet. I had 6 monsters lived in my bedroom closet, and thank goodness for covers, or else I would never have been alive today. Covers saved my life. My mother saved me a couple of times. She played the game, you know, like, Mom, monsters after me, you know, with the lights out. She come in, get out of here, and they go in the closet. My father didn't like the game at all, you know. I said, Dad, monsters! Let them eat you up. So then I had to go to the covers, Jack, when they come at me. Right under, pull them covers over my head. Stay under there all night long. Because she says, monsters wait for you to come out, see? Then they start walking around the bed, you know. They can't touch covers. There's something magical about covers. They can't touch it. But they know, you know, they say, you gotta breathe sometime, kid. You know. But I was the fastest breather on earth, man. I'd take them covers, lift them up, just a little crack, and cover them right back up again, Jack. Yeah. Now, with that in mind, with 6 monsters in the closet in mind, and fear in your heart, when you kneel down to say your prayers, why give a kid a prayer like, now I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Mind you, it's all right up to that point. But then when you come to the line, if I should die before I wake, oh no, I'm not going to sleep tonight, that's all. I got 2 pots of coffee, man, walking around, drinking coffee. 4 o'clock in the morning, still paroling around the place. Of course, Harold and I, we were the greatest. We were the greatest Protestants ever seen. We used to go to church every Sunday. And the cool thing about us was we didn't even open up the hymn book at all. Turn to hymn number 349. We didn't even bother that book. We were just like the older people in church. Of course, we didn't know the words, but we were the most beautiful fakers you've ever seen. We just look at somebody's lips across the way, you know, somebody that knew it. Oh, the brows and boulders high, and the roll praise of the Lord. I was so beautiful on O, I never looked at nobody on O. I just anticipated it. Threw my head back. Oh, they love me on O in church. Look at that boy say oh. Look at him. Oh, head just to shake it. And forevermore I was good at. Forevermore. And one time they changed it to forever now. Almost broke my neck. Forevermore now. Yeah, we were beautiful. Harold and I used to put Scotch tape around our fingertips when collection plate come around. Dink, how much you get? Quarter? Half. I get half. But old Weird Harold and I, old Weird Harold, we called him that because he was 6'9", weighed 50 pounds. We used to use him to get the football out of the sewer. We used to go to every horror picture in the world. I'm telling you right now, we would go and we would see Frankenstein. We'd walk 100 miles to see Frankenstein. And mind you, we never saw the monster once. Never saw him once because we were too scared to look at him. And we had the best seats in the movie. We used to sit right up front. I mean, right up front. That's where you can see everything. You just look right up front there. And we'd say to each other, you gonna look at the monster this time? Yeah. No, don't lie now. If you're not gonna look at him and say that, you might as well get right on the floor now if you're not gonna look at him. You didn't look at him the last time. Yes, I did. Don't lie. Put it on the wall. Look at him. That's where we stayed for 12 days. Used to go home with 100 black juji fruits all on our backs. Yeah. So, my mother, we used to stay over and over and over trying to get to see the monster, but we couldn't do it. We were too scared. And my mother used to come for me. When you come home, get up off the floor and come home. You know, and the guys would razz, hey, Cos, your mom came for you, get up. You shut up. So my mother said one day, she said, I'm not coming for you. That's all. You know, you'll come home yourself. Walk under 9th Street Bridge in the dark by yourself if you don't know how to come home. Oh, Mom, you'll come home for us. So we're watching this one picture. And it was a heck of a picture. It was one of the greatest. They had Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula, the Hunchback, the Mummy. Everybody was in it. And Harold and I stayed on that floor. Our eyes were closed all day. We never came up one time for air. Every time there was somebody on that screen we didn't want to see. The Mummy's in there now. Oh, we don't want to look. We don't want to look. And we sat through about 12 showings of the same picture. You gonna look this time? No, get up off the floor. No, I ain't getting up nowhere. They ain't gonna get me. So, finally, during the cartoon, I got up and I looked around and I said, hey, Harold, there's nothing here but grown-ups. And Harold said, yeah, because that's what he always says whenever I'm right. He's my closest friend, you know. I said, ask that man what time it is. Hey, mister, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Oh, Harold. Oh, Harold, we're in trouble. 10 o'clock, yeah. 10 o'clock, that's when the monsters come out. And my mom didn't even come for us, man. Well, she said she would, yeah, but she's supposed to come for us, man. She ain't supposed to let us go home at 10 o'clock with all the monsters out and things, man. And we walk out of the movie crying, oh, we got out, 10 o'clock. Now, the walk home, 9th Street Bridge has no lights whatsoever, which is it's the only way to get home. And we are sick. You're talking about two scared kids just walking, you know, arm in arm, not even picking our feet up off the ground because we want to be ready. If the monster touches us, we want to be ready to jump straight up to heaven. You know, when you pick one leg up, you take a chance on going sideways. You know, and we got our leg, we're just sending our toes out 6 feet ahead of us like radar. Kids coming, kids coming. And I'm telling you, really scared, ready to go any second. And I bumped into Harold. Bump. I said, Harold, did I bump into you? Harold said, no. I said, don't lie to me now, Harold. Because if I bumped into you, say that I bumped. Even if I didn't bump into you, Harold, say that I bumped into you. Because if I didn't, we're going to get eaten alive. You know that, don't you? Harold said, well, you bumped into me. I said, okay, don't lie anymore. Now, I don't know the name of the wino that came out of the alley that emptied onto the Ninth Street Bridge. I don't even care what the guy's name is, man. All I know is that he was wrong. That's all I can say. He was pure D wrong. You just don't walk out of an alley that empties on the Ninth Street Bridge without making some sort of announcement, warning little kids. Look out, little kids, coming home from the Astor movie after seeing a whole lot of horror monsters. There's nobody that can hurt you. It's just a little old wino. And he came out. Now, I'm sure while filling out the accident report on this man, that the doctor said, what happened? I don't know. It was just 4 feet, ran right up my chest, danced on my head for a half hour, and then ran straight down my back, doctor. But did they say anything? Yes, they said, ah! Did you see them at all? Yes, it was a little kid riding on top of a tall, skinny one, and he was beating him with a stick, saying, faster, faster, you fool, you fool. Now, I want to tell you this story. This is a game that we played when we were kids, and it's called Buck Buck. We played it in Philadelphia. Buck Buck. Now, you people out here on the West Coast probably know nothing about it. In New York, it's called Johnny on the Pony and other things. It's where 5 kids line up, you see, and they bend over. They're in a straight line. They bend over, and one kid grabs a fence or a wall or a pole, holds on to that. The next kid puts his right arm around his waist, you see, bends over, tucks his head under, and you got 5 guys lined up exactly like that. So they all look like a long horse. Now, the object of the game is that one at a time, one by one, kids come running up and they say, Buck Buck number 1, come in! They run up, leap in the air, and they land on the horse. And they keep going, bam, 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 until they collapse the horse, you see. Now, that's the object of the game. Then you count how many kids you held, and you go back and forth, you see. Now, we had the champion Buck Buck team of the world. When I tell you we played Buck Buck, there was nobody that whipped us anywhere, man. And you can tell kids that play a lot of Buck Buck because they're built like this, you see. And their legs are only 4 inches long. That's all they have, because they've been crushed so much. So we're around there practicing, Buck Buck number 5, landing on each other. Some kids come down from the rough part of town, and they're really tough, man. They got toothpicks on the side of their mouth, and the hat on sideways, and they got their pants on backwards, you know, just rebelling against everything, you know. And he said, listen, we're here, you're supposed to be so tough, we challenge you to the Buck Buck Championship of the world. So we said, all right. So I line up, turkeys. So we line up, 5 of us. They start sending kids down. Buck Buck number 1, come in. They feel pretty heavy, man. We check them out. Guys have rocks in their pockets to make them way heavier, you know. And Buck Buck number 2. Now they get up to 300, and it's really heavy. Buck Buck 300, come in. Now they're on top of us, piled all the way up to the sky, and they're rocking back and forth. Hey, whoa, what? Hold on, Harold. I can't do it no more, cuz. Come on, hold on. Buck Buck 400, coming. We collapse. All right, how many did you hold? We held 400 of your guys. Well, that was pretty good. But we usually hold around 600. All right, we line up. They line up. Send the first kid down, old weird Harold. All right, Harold. Buck Buck number 1, come in. These guys are really cool. What was that? A mosquito? You guys don't have no weight. Come on, let's go. Buck Buck number 2 coming. I landed. A piece of paper. Somebody threw a piece of paper on top of me. Buck Buck number 3. That was nothing. 4, 5. We got the championship. All right, bring out your last man, you turkeys. Come on, bring him out. Come on out. Fat Albert. Fat Albert was the baddest buck breaker in the world. And he loved to hear us call his name. Fat Albert weighed 2,000 pounds. And he kicked the door to his house open. And you could hear him say, hey, hey! We built a little ramp for him to walk down so he could build up speed because he couldn't hardly run fast. And he was coming, hey! And the ground's trembling. Trees falling over. Buildings losing pieces of brick. Parents taking kids off the street. Hey! And these guys underneath said, what's the ground doing shaking, man? How come the ground's shaking? So that's Fat Albert coming for you. Hey! And he turned the corner and he saw one leg. What is that? So that's Fat Albert. Hey! And they stood up. We give. He ain't falling on us. Now, I told you that story to tell you this one. Now, guys in my neighborhood went to great lengths to scare anybody. Because it's a great thing when you scare somebody. They lose their cool completely. That's the only time when a human being is really himself. I mean, because if you scare somebody good, the legs shoot out, the hair stands up, the eyes bug out, and they say, blah, blah. Yeah, see, and then you laugh. That was really funny, man. You got so scared. So, guys found this statue, stole it really. A statue of Frankenstein, 5 feet, 8 inches tall, in color, of the monster, Frankenstein monster. Ugh. They take it home, there's only 3 of them, take it home, they take it into an apartment building, put it up on the 3rd floor landing, you see. Now they take out all the lights in the hallway, put in a pink one right by the monster statue. One kid gets behind it. They send another one out in the street. He calls a kid. They come running up. He passes the kid with the statue, taps him. Kid with the statue leans it. Kid that doesn't know anything about it turns around and kills himself running out of the building. You see, this is called fun. Of course, then you laugh at the guy. Boy, you were really scared, man. You fell 12 flights of stairs. That was really funny, man. So, I'm coming home from the store about 8:30. No, I always have my music with me. I always have to hum my music because monsters cannot attack you if you have your music with you. See? She goes, hey, cars! What? Come on over, man. You should see it. Herman's getting a beating. Let's go watch it. Herman? Yeah, I love to see Herman getting a beating. And I took, man, and I'm chasing after this guy. I can't wait, man, to see Herman getting a beating because I don't like Herman anyway. And he goes up the second flight and says, wait for me, man, wait for me. Don't go so fast. And he makes that turn around the 3rd, and I make the turn. The guy takes a second. Out. I never touched 1 step. Ran 2 miles before I realized what had happened. When I turned around, they were right behind me laughing. You were really funny, man. God, rolling, kicking the feet up in the air on the back. You were really funny, boy. You were really cool, man. You just lost everything as well. Your hair was standing up and everything. That ain't funny, man. You can kill somebody like that. Suppose somebody would look at that statue and their heart just stopped pumping right away. Or the guy would have just fallen down some stairs and hurt himself. That ain't funny. Yeah, but God, you just seen yourself. It was really funny, man. You just went true. Didn't even touch 1 step, man. It's really cool, I'm telling you. Listen, guys, now you gotta get somebody. Yeah, that's right. Get up in the hallway. Get the statues up. Come on, we're gonna get somebody. I'm gonna scare somebody now, boy. It ain't gonna just be me, I tell you that. I get somebody killed around there. It'll really be funny, because when they leave that statue on there, that'll be it for them. And I'm waiting outside. Is the thing up? Yeah, okay. Here we go. Anyway, somebody gotta come sooner or later. I'm gonna get somebody. And I hear off in the distance, hey! Fat Albert. Hey! I said, hey, Fat Albert, come here, man. You should see Herman. He's getting a beating. I love to see Herman get a beating. Hey! Now, Fat Albert is not up too fast, see? So I run up and I grab him by the arm. Come on, Albert, hurry up. And I start hitting him behind the back. Hurry up, man, did you see it before it's over? We go up the second flight, I start laughing because I know what it is. Turn around, come on, Albert, we get up to the third flight, and the guy said, oh. I forgot I was behind him. They took me to the hospital, and they put me in a bed beside a wino who was run over by two kids. And we both agreed that frightened children are really hard to get along with. I never had a guy dance on me so long. He was so scared he couldn't even get hey. He was and just dancing right on me forever. You know, airplanes, you know, all comics do routines on airplanes, you know, and they talk about fear and stuff like that, see. But none of them ever really come to the point, you see. And the point is this: I do not hold in what's on my mind. See, I speak up. As soon as my foot hits the plane, I speak out. Hope the plane don't crash! Yes, sir. I speak right out. Sure, it shakes up a lot of people. But they're angry because they didn't say it. I got on one plane, I said, hope the plane don't crash. People said, hear, hear. And it was the pilot. I'm telling you right now, a lot of you get drunk, you just, and then you say, we landed, always safe again, sober right up. Okay, good enough. And I'll tell you something else. I want to know when the plane is going down. I don't want any stewardess walking by saying, oh, no smoking, just for fun. No, sir. I want to prepare myself for that crash. Guy, the worst thing in the world to do is die while you're reading Life magazine. I want to be able to do all those dumb things that I've been preparing and think. I want to put my arms out, brace myself, just in case, you know. Sure, my wrist may wind up in my shoulder joint. But I still might, you know, I want to wait until it's 6 inches from hitting and then jump up in the air. I want to do those things. I don't care if I get wiped out. And I want you to face reality, too. I've told my wife about this a million times. When that plane is going down, I am not thinking about my wife and daughters. I'm sorry. A lot of you may say, oh, that's bad. I'm saying to myself, why me?